Welcome to Roanoke. I'm your host, Kiana Price Wade. Family Service of Roanoke Valley has been helping families in the area for 110 years. The not-for-profit is a multifaceted organization. Here to tell us more is Family Service CEO John Pendarvis. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having us.
Well, you know, I'm sure you do a lot, but there may be someone out there who doesn't know exactly what Family Service of Roanoke Valley is. So give us a little background, if you will.
Family Service is actually the oldest human service agency in the city of Roanoke.
Wow.
We feel it's one of the jewels of Roanoke, of the Roanoke Valley, because not only have we been here for 110 years, but Family Service has really been innovative over those years in developing programs that meet the needs of our community's families. Today we provide 3 different service areas. One is counseling services. We basically help people solve problems, whatever you might be struggling with or your family might be struggling with, couples, children. We have professional services that can help. We've been very effective in helping people over the years. We also have older adult services to help those of us who either getting older or we may be supporting aging parents or aging relatives that are getting older. Older people want to stay in the community and want to stay active and want to stay with their families. We have different programs that can help them to do that. We can give families advice on how to navigate the aging system, and we actually have in-home services that can go into a home and help an older person with home management or light housekeeping or meal preparation. Wow. And then finally, we have youth development services on the other end of the spectrum, but helping young people today to overcome the different risks and obstacles that are often in their lives, helping them with such kinds of outcomes as increased school graduation rates, decreased substance abuse, increased feeling of belonging in the community and being valued by the community. Our youth development programs do that.
Amazing. You guys stay very busy and seems like you help a gambit of folks here in the Roanoke Valley. And I'm assuming, is it just the Roanoke Valley? What area do you cover?
We cover the greater Roanoke Valley, which does include Franklin County. We have a branch office in the city of Rocky Mount. Okay,
all right. So you're tapping into outlining areas there. Now,
yes, we are.
You mentioned, and I think I might have mentioned it, you guys have been around for a while, 110 years. That definitely calls for celebration. Now, I understand on November 3rd, you have a big celebration coming up. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, we've been doing a number of things this year to celebrate our longevity and our success. But one of those, as you say, is on November the 3rd of this year. We're going to gather at 5:30 p.m. at the Hotel Patrick Henry in the new renovated ballroom there, and have a celebration.
Beautiful.
And we'd love for anyone in the community who's interested to contact us, and we'll be glad to have them be a part of that.
Sounds like a great celebration, and the Patrick Henry, beautiful,
yes,
beautiful spot. Good looking out there. Well, as we said, you've been around for 110 years. I can only imagine your services have changed. Give us a little example of over the years how the needs for your services have changed.
Well, if you think of what life would have been like in 1901 when we were founded, Roanoke, just a young city itself.
Right.
But think of what families in 1901 might have struggled with. Think of families in 1950. What was a family like in 1950? And think of today in 2011. People change and families change and their needs change. And I think the reason we're still here is because Family Service has changed over those years to develop new programs, innovative programs to meet the current needs of families.
Absolutely. Well, I could think in 1901 versus 2011, some things may not have changed, and I'm sure there's been a lot that's much different than from 1901.
I think lifestyles change, family structures are much different. But when we were founded, we originally gave financial assistance to families. And as that role began to be taken over by public government and public agencies, we moved into an era of providing more casework and counseling, helping people to solve problems. And as the years have gone by, it seems like we're getting more and more into prevention.
Yeah.
So less about how can we pull someone up from a bad situation, but how can we prevent them from getting in that situation in the first place?
Being proactive is always good. Well, be it 1901 or 2011, we know you're needed. And we thank you for your services. Real quickly, we have just a couple seconds. Where can our viewers find out more information?
The best place is always the web.
Yes.
www.fsrv.org. They can learn about the agency, they can make inquiries, and they can make a donation.
Wonderful. John, thank you so much for telling us more about Family Service of Roanoke Valley.
You're welcome.
And you can find out more about the Family Service Anniversary Celebration on the Cox Community Calendar coming up during the break. I'm Kiana Price Wade, and this is Round Roanoke on Cox 9.